The ocean is a restless giant, constantly shaping the world. In the deep silence, giants dance without a sound. But the skies are rarely peaceful for long. And high above, the master of the air is always watching. Beneath these ancient giants, time seems to stand still. Yet, on a smaller scale, the work never ends. It is a long, frozen march for survival. He sees two worlds at once, waiting for the perfect moment. Patience is the deadliest weapon. Where the stone meets the sky, the air is thin and cold. Focus, speed, precision. Nature's fury is unleashed. To survive here, one must become part of the tree. A garden hidden beneath the turquoise waves. As his world melts, the journey becomes harder. Unlike most cats, the jaguar embraces the water. High in the canopy, he surveys his kingdom. A flash of vibrant color streaks across the dark river. Born to defy gravity. In the golden hour, there is nothing to do but rest. Fresh water is the heartbeat of the rainforest. The king of the wetlands begins his patrol. The prey senses something is wrong. He tastes the air, hunting by scent alone. Every step could be the last. Once the coils tighten, there is no escape. The river hides its secrets well. A bridge formed by nature itself. Silent, deadly, invisible. Curiosity is a dangerous trait in the jungle. Small, swift, and full of life. To the untrained eye, he is just a twig. The sun sets, painting the river in fire. But darkness is when the monsters rise. Moving with a rhythmic, hypnotic power, the swamp belongs to him now. He cuts through the water without a ripple. The ambush predator becomes the prey. A violent clash of prehistoric power. And the Amazon flows on, indifferent to the struggle. In these murky waters, even a playful face can hide a ferocious temper. Beneath the canopy, the sun fights a losing battle against the endless green. And in the shadows, a giant lies in wait, perfectly camouflaged by the dappled light. Where the jungle meets the river, life and death are separated by a heartbeat. But not all survival relies on speed. Some rely on an iron grip. This serpentine river carves its path through the lungs of the planet. Here, evolution is written in the smallest details, like a jewel in the dark. The three-toed sloth has mastered the art of doing absolutely nothing. Every movement is calculated, a slow-motion dance to conserve precious energy. With a permanent smile, he watches the frantic world go by without a care. Social gatherings here are rare and unfold at a glacial pace. Even his fur grows backwards, a raincoat designed by nature to shed the deluge. But when the sky turns violent, the jungle holds its breath. The heavens open, transforming the peaceful forest into a chaotic torrent. Every surface becomes a river, feeding the insatiable roots below. Soaked to the skin, he simply waits, becoming one with the dripping bark. As the storm breaks, the sun reclaims its territory among the vines. Driven by warmth, the travelers of the canopy resume their slow ascent. In his eyes, the reflection of a world that has remained unchanged for millennia. For a mother, the slow pace is a lesson in safety for the next generation. She scans the horizon, her coarse coat carrying a miniature ecosystem of its own. Step by step, limb by limb, they navigate a labyrinth of green. While neighbors like the squirrel monkey rely on speed and nervous energy. Surprisingly, the master of the trees is also a capable swimmer when forced. But entering the water means entering the domain of the ultimate hunter. The jaguar moves with a silent, terrifying grace, muscles coiled to strike. He is the ghost of the rainforest, the golden king of this emerald empire. High above the danger, the bond between mother and child is their only shield. They climb toward the light, dwarfed by the sheer scale of their home. From this inverted perspective, the forest floor is a distant, dangerous memory. Clouds roll in like a tide, blurring the line between earth and sky. Islands of green float in the dark water, untouched and unexplored. These cathedral pillars have stood watch for centuries, silent witnesses to history. The water flows on, a massive artery pumping life through the continent. And still, the sloth watches, a curious observer in a frantic world. But he is not the only one who knows the value of absolute stillness. Ancient armor and razor-sharp teeth wait for the slightest mistake. A golden eye closes, masking the lethal intent that lies behind it. In the Amazon, patience is not just a virtue. It is the only way to survive. In the murky depths, an ancient predator waits, its yellow eye scanning the dark. Beneath the surface, the caiman glides effortlessly through piercing sunbeams. Drifting silently, its armored hide mimics a floating log, perfectly camouflaged. High above the danger, a red-faced wakari navigates the canopy safely. Patience is its weapon, motionless among reeds as morning light breaks. This massive brown artery wins endlessly a lifeline for the Amazon forest. From above, the river curves like a serpent through the misty wilderness. On cracked banks, the beast drags its heavy tail across baking mud. Calm breaks as rivals clash, turning rapids into a chaotic battleground. Blinding speed conical teeth clamp down on slippery prey instantly. The hunt over, they gather to let the golden sun warm their blood. Evolution's design is purposeful, pebble-like skin and an unblinking eye. Storm clouds gather, turning the river dark and glassy. Silent rulers congregate on the sands between jungle and deep water. Powerful legs drive them through thick mud, leaving deep tracks. Violent territorial disputes erupt beneath the overhanging vines. Water churns with raw power as they thrash in the shallows. In still ponds, they become statues, floating motionless amidst the algae. Life is fed by heavy rain, nourishing the lush floor below. Amidst damp earth, the cycle begins as hatchlings break their shells. Instinctive newborns cluster, vibrant stripes blending into the nest's shadows. A miniature generation ventures into the water, ready to inherit the river. Deep in the jungle, light shafts illuminate ancient vines and moss. Even the smallest stone hosts a thriving, microscopic ecosystem. At twilight, the river's master emerges from the black water. Its eye mirrors the wild, reflecting its ancient jungle home. Thick mist wraps the ferns and mossy trunks in silence. On rough bark, a different hunter prowls with deliberate precision. The canopy towers overhead a green ceiling, protecting secrets below. From the air, the rainforest is an endless sea of green life. Between leaves, a deadly masterpiece of glistening silk is woven. Up close, sharp fangs and sensory hairs, ready to detect vibration. The pink-toed tarantula is at home here, master of the vertical world. Occasionally, it descends to the forest floor in search of new ground. Thick, bristly hairs grip the soil, moving silently across the sand. Threatened, it rears up, displaying warning colors and imposing size. It seeks shelter, burrowing into moist dirt near giant roots. With multiple eyes, it watches the shadows, adapted to the dim light. Slowly, it retreats into the undergrowth and the coming night. An intricate design, silk organs and protective fur make it a marvel. As the sun sets, the jungle whispers its eternal, wild song. A golden giant moves silently across the dry forest floor. It pauses, raising front legs to reveal hidden warning colors. Rhythmically, it stalks toward a piece of rotting wood. Eight glassy eyes scan the darkness, sensing every vibration. Red hairs vibrate in the windsoft, yet dangerous. Nearby, an agouti forages, unaware of the lurking predator. Sunrise reveals the endless, mist-covered Amazon canopy. Massive roots sprawl like walls across the mossy ground. A grim warning hangs on a leaf, a victim of the jungle's deadly fungus. But beneath this mound, a different relationship with fungus thrives. A river of green flows underground, carried by millions of legs. They don't eat the leaves, they chew them into pulp for fertilizer. This is ancient agriculture, cultivating a delicate, white fungus garden. A complex, living lattice serves as the colony's only food source. Gardeners work tirelessly, weeding out foreign spores and pests. Unexpected guests roam here, an armored tank moving through the swarm. The harvest fuels the future fragile, translucent larvae demanding care. Nurses organize the brood, the colony's most precious cargo. From the dark depths to the surface, the labor never ends. Life pulses here, from translucent wings to rhythmic croaks. A master of camouflage cleans its eye, blending in perfectly. Inside a hollow log, a forest mouse waits in the gloom. Under darkness, it climbs high into the tangled undergrowth. Sudden violence, the tarantula strikes from the shadows. Venom flows as fangs pierce fur in a brutal embrace. A flash of scarlet breaks, the greener macaw takes flight. Brilliant blue wings glide over the winding river below. Silk threads catch the light, a deadly trap strung with dew. Microscopic claws grip the rough bark, defying gravity. The hunt done, the spider retreats into its dark fortress. Sunset transforms the river into a mirror of the purple sky. A pink legend breaks the surface of the tea-colored water. Tiny ripples mark their path through the endless green maze. A heavy splash sends spray flying amongst the hyacinths. Below, sunlight dances on submerged roots in sepia tones. A ghost glides through the murky, tannin-rich water. Social creatures, they roll and exhale, mist into the humid air. Sensitive bristles guide them through the dark, suspended particles. We drift through submerged grass, a moody, ethereal world. In the flooded forest, trees rise directly from the still water. A pale face emerges, revealing teeth built for grasping prey. Leaving the deep, it ascends toward the shimmering surface. Danger hovers nearby silver scales and sharp, triangular teeth. Powerful tail strokes drive it vertically through the depths. An eye breaks the waterline, watching the world above. Dusk casts a golden path across the rippling water. A river otter stands watch, sleek fur glistening in the light. The family dives and plays, at home in the river. An onhinga dries its wings as a fin slices the water. The jungle sleeps, but the river flows on forever. In the silty green depths, a pink ghost glides through the gloom. The coffee-colored artery meets an impenetrable wall of green jungle. Where brown water meets sand, small lives dance in the foam. A dark fin slices the chop, glistening under the glaring sun. A delicate ribbon of feathers drifts across the golden marsh. The water turns violet, churning white through the moody canyon. In the flooded forest, ancient trunks rise from a liquid mirror. We push deeper, where vines encroach and the sun barely peeks. An ocean of broccoli tops breathes mist into the morning air. Gravity takes hold, plunging water into a misty, stone basin. In the shadows, a passion flower reveals its intricate, waxy design. A master of disguise-veined wings mimic the leaves perfectly. A needle-thin hunter waits, wings shimmering with iridescence. Lethal beauty shines on the wet, green stage of the undergrowth. A plush-crested jay watches silky feathers distinct against the moss. Backlit by the sun, papery wings lift from the orange blooms. The serpentine river becomes a perfect mirror for the sky above. A massive coil of muscle rests among the lilies, waiting. Suddenly, the silence breaks metal teeth, tear through raw wood. Steel claws snap ancient giants like twigs in the harsh sun. High above, a capuchin flees through the tangled sunlit vines. A tomandwok clings to the moss, its powerful claws ready to dig. Smoke chokes the air, rising from a graveyard of grey ash. Hungry orange flames consume the green, leaving only black. Yet, through the canopy, the golden light of life still breaks through.